All right, so you remember that video that I made where I said that Dodge 7th and final most powerful Hellcat is going to be called Dodge Challenger Red Eye Demon? I kind of lied to you. Well, I didn't lie, I just didn't know, but actually everyone's teasing and basically saying that it's going to be a Goblin. It's going to be a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Goblin. They've already used Demon, they've already used Red Eye. They need to use something completely different. Dodge has dropped 2 commercials here in the past 2 weeks teasing that it's going to be a Goblin or a leprechaun of some sort. And they're also teasing that it might have the 1,000 horsepower Hellcat engine in it. I don't know why I'm pointing at that. That's just a 6.4, but I mean, it's going to look something like that. You know, it's going to say SRT on it, but it's going to be 1,000 plus horsepower Dodge Challenger Goblin or Hellcat Goblin. We don't know. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a car that makes us a car vlog. You know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. I've got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So in my previous video, previous video, I said that Dodge is going to be dropping for their 7th and final last call edition Hellcat, the most powerful Dodge Challenger Hellcat known to man, the most powerful Hellcat known to man, which should be 950 to 1,000 horsepower plus. We were calling it the Red Eye Demon. That's what a lot of people were speculating. Well, it turns out that's not actually true, because in the amount of time that I dropped that video to now, Dodge has been dropping teasers of the most powerful Challenger known to man, and it looks like it's going to be called a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Goblin or Dodge Challenger Goblin of some sort. I would imagine they would call it a Hellcat Goblin because every other edition has Hellcat and then something else. Hellcat Red Eye, Hellcat Jailbreak. Well, of course, the Demon didn't, but people call it a Hellcat Demon. I've heard that. But we already know that it's going to be 900 plus horsepower. I mean, if you're familiar with the Dodge Challenger Demon, 840 horsepower, 770 pound-feet of torque. Dodge only made 3,300 of those, so I would imagine that this last Challenger Hellcat Goblin will probably be around that number or even less, maybe 3,000 on the dot. But yeah, so thus far we know that it's got to. They're saying that it's going to run on flex fuel. I mean, if you go to the Dodge Garage website, right, and you look at, you scroll all the way down, you go from the top all the way down to the bottom, you'll see they've got the list of all of the last call editions that they've released, right? And then the last 2 at the bottom, one looks like a gas tank or a gas can with 3 X's on it, you know what I'm saying? And then the bottom one is, of course, the electric Charger, the electric Dodge Charger. Well, a lot of people are saying that that gas tank is flex fuel. And if we go and look at the most recent commercial that Dodge just dropped here with the Leprechaun, this is the most recent one. So let's kind of go backwards in the backwards order. Let's see, boom. You see the Goblin. You see he's got, he looks like he's attached to some sort of yellow juice. The yellow juice gets inserted. It's in him. He explodes, turns into something wild. Eyes are red, yellow lightning coming out, and then he's a monster. You know, that's where people initially got the red eye from, because the red eye of the Goblin itself. And then the most recent one that Dodge dropped here alludes to, if you look at it, it's got the weight pendulum or whatever they call it, the weight measurement device, and it says 0.0 pounds. And it's going to go all the way up to 7.1 pounds. So I don't know if that's 7.1 pounds of boost, or maybe they're saying a 7.1 liter Hemi. I'm assuming they probably wouldn't put LB if it was going to be that. But yeah, last call. So they're going to show it off, obviously, March 20th in Vegas. Your boy will be there. I don't know if I told you, but yeah, I got invited. So I'm going out to Vegas and checking that out. So you'll be getting that firsthand from Knockout 360, man. But between all of those little teasers and stuff like that, it looks like it's going to be a leprechaun or a goblin of some sort. I highly doubt they're going to call it a Hellcat leprechaun. You know, I don't think people would buy it even just because of that damn name. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're saying that, you know, it's one of those things where they're going to drop that Hellcat engine in the Dodge Challenger, which makes sense. You know, it just makes it easier, because it's one of those things like Dodge shouldn't have to create a brand new engine or anything like that. it may be tweaked and tuned a little differently. It may not be your standard Hellcat engine that you can just go and buy from a crate like we know, but it's got to be 950 to 1,000 plus, something straightforward like that. It can't be anywhere close to 800. It can't be 900 on the dot. I really don't think it'll be 900. I'm thinking 950 plus. Flex fuel, 950 plus. Massive Hemi, obviously. We don't know what type of Hemi, the Hemi they're going to drop in there, but it's got to be something like that. Most likely called Goblin. After the first and second video teasers, that's what they're going to call it. A lot of people are speculating easily 1,000 horsepower. Dodge hasn't said anything. At first, it was 909, but now a lot of people are saying Dodge is going to go all the way with it at 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, man. I mean, that's all we know at this point, but it's certainly not going to be a red-eye Demon. I did want to correct that with the most recent video or whatever the case may be. And then, of course, when you go to Dodge Garage, it's got the gas can there, flex fuel. I'm sure you can get 1,000 horsepower or 900 plus horsepower off of just regular pump gas or at least 100 octane gas. I would imagine it's probably going to be hard to do so. And I would think that flex fuel may be the easier route to get that. But yeah, man, I mean, at this point, that's all we know. I did want to clear that up in the video, but that's about all we know, to be honest with you. I mean, at most, upgraded internals, bigger injectors, E85 flex fuel. So, I mean, a lot of you guys said that you did not want that, or you wouldn't like to see that in the final Hellcat, but the reality of the situation is that is what it looks like. The biggest thing is, I think for a lot of Mopar heads is we just want to see a monster going out, going out with a monster. And the reason being is because a lot of people feel that a lot of the last call edition Chargers, Challengers, Hellcats, and Scats are kind of basic. Like, there's really nothing surprising. Like, it really wouldn't make sense for you to pay another $5,000 to $10,000 for a Super B. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of, or Swinger, the Charger and Challenger Swinger, just for the graphics package. Like, there's no, power update or upgrade. There's no internal update or upgrade. There's nothing special about the Swinger edition whatsoever. Even the Black Ghost. I've been hearing a lot about the Black Ghost here recently. 807 horsepower. From a aesthetics point of view, you get the Dodge up front and you get the gator skin on top. But for the most part, it's a Dodge Challenger jailbreak, 807 horsepower. You can save that extra $5,000 to $10,000 and get you a customized Dodge Challenger jailbreak to your desire. A lot of people aren't going to go out and try to get that car. It's just like, it's not really worth it. It's not worth the extra money just to say I have a last call Black Ghost edition. Even with the history behind the Black Ghost, it's still not really worth it. The only last call edition that has really made me excited was the Charger 1320. I think it's a Super B, which basically makes the Charger a 1320. Challenger had the 1320 first. Now Charger has the 1320. Drag radials, drag mode, drag suspension, all that good stuff. But all of the other last call editions were just kind of, they were nothing more than graphics packages or aesthetic packages. You know what I'm saying? Aesthetics packages. So I think the biggest thing is that Mopar heads really want to see this last Hellcat go out with the bang. So whatever it is, it needs to be 900 plus horsepower, preferably 950 to 1,000. You can call it the Goblin. The Goblin is a pretty dope name. I like that. I'm rocking with it. Dodge Challenger Goblin, Dodge Challenger Hellcat Goblin. But that's the biggest thing that we want, is just that last Challenger needs to go out with the bang. It needs to be a monster. So, as always, guys, talk to your boy, man. Like, subscribe, commented. Like, subscribe, comment. Apparently, we're looking at a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Goblin, or a Dodge Challenger Goblin, or Dodge Goblin, or Dodge Hellcat Goblin, but it looks like it's going to be a Goblin of some sort. So, as always, it's been your boy Knockout, man. Talk to me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.